It began subtly. My wife, Kara, started spending more time with a new circle of friends from her office. 3 women who seemed convinced that men were the root of all issues. At first, I didn't object. Everyone needs companionship, right? But gradually, I saw their influence on her deepen, and not in a healthy way. They constantly belittled their partners, encouraged secrecy, and shared posts like, "Let him wonder why you vanished." I brushed it off, until I couldn't anymore. One evening, I forgot to take out the trash, and Kara erupted. This wasn't normal annoyance. She went on a 20-minute tirade about feeling unappreciated, claiming I didn't value her, and that I needed a serious reality check. I was stunned. Sure, I've made mistakes, but we always work things out calmly. Not this time. This felt scripted. The next morning, she packed a bag. I asked where she was going. She said she needed space. "Just a few days. Don't call. I'll reach out," she said. I asked her why. No answer. She stormed out, slammed the door, and left me standing in disbelief. By day 3, I was falling apart. I texted a few times. No reply. Tried calling, straight to voicemail. Then I saw it. One of her friends had uploaded a group selfie with the caption, "Teaching men consequences 101 nail polish medium skin tone, #girlpower." My heart dropped. There was Kara, laughing, holding a glass of wine. I stared at that photo. She left to prove a point. But for what? For existing? It hit me. This wasn't about garbage or house chores. This was something deeper. Something they planted in her. I felt betrayed, confused, and frankly, a little afraid of what this meant for our marriage. I confided in my brother. He said, "You're not the one who needs a lesson, bro." And he was right. I wasn't flawless, but I was loyal, hardworking, present, and suddenly, I was being punished like a villain, with no explanation. I decided to call Kara's mom, who's never been one to sugarcoat. As soon as I explained the situation, she sighed and said, "Not those girls again." Turns out, this wasn't the first time her daughter got swept into toxic friend circles. She thanked me for calling and promised to talk to her. The next day, she called back and said Kara refused to listen. She says you don't deserve her presence. That floored me. Deserve her presence? That didn't sound like Kara. That sounded like her friends talking through her. That night, I reevaluated everything. Our bond, our conversations, her loyalty. I remembered when we dreamed of growing old together. Now she was playing some cold-hearted disappearing act. Then, out of the blue, I got a message from Leah, a co-worker of Kara's who wasn't part of the group. She wrote, "I know this is odd, but I thought you should know. They planned this." She even sent screenshots from their group chat. It was worse than I feared. They mapped it all out. Don't answer. Stay gone a week. Make him stew in guilt. But guilt for what? No one could even say. Just typical man stuff, apparently. That was the final straw. I didn't beg. I didn't keep texting. Instead, I packed a small bag, left a note on the counter, and disappeared for the weekend. I didn't say where. I stayed at a quiet cabin my cousin owned. No Wi-Fi. Just silence. Time to reflect. I had to ask myself if this relationship was even worth saving anymore. When I returned 2 days later, Kara was back. She looked shocked. "Where were you?" she asked, arms folded. I replied calmly, taking space, just like you asked for. She went quiet. I could see her trying to figure out how to respond. But the lines her friends rehearsed with her didn't work if I wasn't chasing. "I was hurt," she finally said. "I needed you to feel it too." "For what?" I asked. What did I do to deserve being ghosted by my wife? She didn't have an answer. Just silence. And in that silence, everything crumbled. I told her I saw the posts, read the messages, knew the plan, and I wouldn't allow manipulation in my own home. She started crying, said it was meant to be a reset, not punishment. But even she didn't believe that. The guilt was in her eyes. Regret doesn't erase betrayal. We agreed to take a break. She moved in with her sister. I stayed in the house. It's been a few weeks now. I still don't know if we'll survive this. But I do know one thing. If someone truly loves you, they won't let others treat your relationship like some kind of joke. Sometimes, the lesson you set out to teach becomes the one you end up learning. And I'm done playing the student.